So the third and final night in Atlantic City complete. And what would they have in store? Some Hall of Famers available, as you can see. Some Hall of Famers made an appearance. But we'll get started up here with Wolfman's brother. Really, Wolfman's brother and Tube together. Coming strong with jams early on. And as to be expected with Wolfman's, Tube not always going to get a jam, man. Always feeling a little shortchanged. Always feeling like it's available in Tube. And tonight it does come through. The telephone ring in Wolfman's brother had me a little concerned early on. But not to worry because it was a great Wolfman's, just like most of them are. Then Mountains in the Mist followed that up. And, I felt like, okay, maybe we could have flip-flopped Ocelot and Mountains in the Mist there. Maybe it was a little too early to slow down that much. Although these two were hot, so the Mountains in the Mist, Ocelot. Ocelot didn't quite hit tonight. So then we get into Fluffhead. Fluffhead much better than the last one we got there. And Mike, as Mike gets to his point, steps up to the mic. Check this out. Delivered cleanly this time. Even in the last one, even that part wasn't really delivered cleanly. It's crucial to the song. Mercury, speaking of dusting things off, we get the Marimba Lumina by John Fishman back there, getting a chance to play that a little bit. Gumbo, maybe the only complaint of the set. Not that I'm against Gumbo. Actually, I like Gumbo. I'm a big Gumbo guy. But Trey and the vocals, man, this is like 2 times in a row. I don't know what is going on. He's just getting a little too crazy with the vocals on Gumbo. And if this is the way he's going to sing Gumbo now, maybe I'm not a Gumbo guy anymore. Maybe I'm not with it, man. I'm not with these vocals. Sure, he's having fun. Seems to be enjoying himself, but perhaps a little too much, The vocal strength really not showing on Gumbo, but then Carini, man, the ability to jam Carini, the effects out in full effect on Carini, but working nicely, It wasn't just a bunch of effects just trying to make noises to get something going. It actually formed, becoming, I guess, the 6th member, if you consider the lights, the 5th member. You got the effects as a 6th member, man. So we were really going to town here on Carini. I don't know what that pause was for, man. I don't know. I was counting. I was like, well, there's 4 guys, and you got the lights. I guess the 5th member. So then I guess this would make this the 6th member. But what if you got multiple effects going? Are there 7 and 8 members? So let's get over here to Mike's Groove. And it was a classic Mike's Groove, really. Not a lot of jamming to be had. The hydro right in there, in between the mics and Weekapaug. And just boom, straight ahead, getting us into Wave of Hope. And it was like, oh man, here we go, a Trey quarantine song. But if they're going to play one of these songs, it better deliver, especially being sandwiched right in a couple of Hall of Famers in between Weekapaug and YEM, my goodness. And it did. It took a little while to get there, but then Fishman and Mike kind of got this timber jam going on. Trey jumps out in front. He's screaming loud. Then we get into YEM. Now it doesn't look mid-set here, but it felt like another mid-set YEM coming right out of Wave of Hope. And then we get into the Trey part after we get the trampoline. We got some nice trampoline action. And it was a nice YEM up until that point. And then after the tramps, Trey really feeling it, really feeling it on his part. Mike had just felt, I was like, man, that'd be amazing if he just Mike straight went into Boogie On right now. Not the case, however. And then once again, we get the jam, post vocal jam. Maybe felt like, I don't know, are we flirting with Sci-Fi Soldiers here? But then they just kept going, post vocal jam on the YEM, like strong on this one. A lot of Trey on the post vocal jam. How many jams that song got? You got a jam here, you got a tramp jam, you got a vocal jam, you got a post vocal jam. It's unbelievable, man. They are a jam band. And that kind of is the king, so it makes sense that they got 14 different jams. All right, so then we get Suzy Greenberg after this jam-a-thon. Suzy Greenberg, nice way to cap the set. Didn't feel like it was going to end the set right there. Felt like maybe a big quickie. Out of there at 11:30 sharp tonight. One last C reference out of Velvet Sea. And then first tube. Hey, we got tube way up here. We're getting first tube down here. Trey really having fun, enjoying himself. No ocean references in first tube that I could find. Perhaps there is. I missed it. I think we got about everything. Did we even? As far as the ocean, no, I guess there were plenty others, but there's even one song I was like, that son of a bitch. That's why they're playing it. All right. Ocelot, where have you been? Ocelot still hasn't recovered. Still has not recovered since the 2020 break. Mercury getting, like I said, the Lumina, getting some action. Vocals, I'm not with it. Carini, very strong. Great start. Sart. Got the Mike's Groove. Somehow Wave of Hope delivered. It took a while, but once we got there, it was like, all right, all right, all right. It's kind of evil, wicked, mean, nasty. Is that a song? That's a song. All right, and then Trey's the outfit. Mike always looking sharp. That was one thing I have been meaning to mention. It's about the third time this tour Trey shows up on stage looking like a guy. I don't know if you're familiar with the show Narcos on Netflix, but Trey shows up looking like a guy that's maybe gotten in over his head with the cartel and is going to end up robbed and dead soon. Careful next year in Mexico. All right, guys, boom, we're out of here. Oh boy. Oh, Canada.